All right, now this segment is also from Create Your S.U.R.E Family, our Saturday call. And this is a reference to a story in the book Peak Mind, which I can actually show you because I have it on my Libby reading app. Libby is a free app that you can get books from the library. So this is what the book looks like. It's called Peak Mind. It says, find your focus, own your attention, invest 12 minutes a day, from Dr. Amisha P. Jha. I think that's how you say it. I apologize if I'm pronouncing it incorrectly. But there's a lot in this book. There's no way I could possibly regurgitate all of it. However, this particular story really struck me. And what I really wanted to get at was the value and importance and possibility of looking for the contradiction instead of just the confirmation, and then using that pause and that mindfulness to then decide, does the contradiction matter? Is it relevant? Does it change this story? So I tell the story that she tells in the book and talk a little bit about relationship. And I will say that this conversation continued with some really great examples as it applies to our children, but those conversations had too many identifying details, so I'm not going to post them publicly. However, all of our calls are recorded, and when you are a member of Create Your S.U.R.E Family, then you have access to those recordings as well, so you can go back and learn from the examples that we all share from our own families. So if you are interested in joining us, we have a Thursday group and we have a Saturday group. They are group coaching sessions at 10 a.m. Mountain Time every Thursday or every Saturday. You pick one or the other to be a part of. It's $37 for the whole month right now. And when you are a member, you can join all of the Thursdays or all of the Saturdays or some of them. It's totally your call. And then you'll be in a private Facebook group where we have the recordings listed. They are on YouTube, but they're unlisted on YouTube, so other people can't search and find them. And you get a workbook that goes along with the discussions. You get the coaching from me. You get to be part of a private chat where you can post questions before the call so that if you can't attend, I can still address your question and then you can watch the replay to get the answer. And you have a community of people who are all working towards similar goals, working to create a S.U.R.E family, hence the name. So S.U.R.E being the acronym, self-honoring, unique, respectful, and empathic. We would love to have you. If you have any questions, you can always contact me by email at sammy@sureparenting.com, or you can set up a free call at bit.ly/callsammy and get to know me, tell me what's going on in your family. I can give you a little bit of insight into what's going on in your child's brain based on their age and stage of development. And we can decide what would be the best way for you to get support from me. Is it one of the free resources? Is it a group coaching thing? Is it a private coaching thing? We will see. So I look forward to seeing you, meeting you, and talking to you later. Bye. Enjoy the recording. The story yesterday that made me cry is this: our brains, because they're looking for patterns. When you're looking for something, you will find it, right? We've talked about that. Mm-hmm. And so you develop a story and then you make other things match the story and you delete information to the contrary. And so being really mindful and present can mitigate that so that you notice, oh, well, this is very similar, but it's only 80% similar. And that other 20% is actually really important. So the story that she told was that there was a American military group, and their job was to bomb this Taliban camp. And so they had gotten coordinates from whoever, they had gotten intel from whoever, and they knew this is the camp, this is where we're bombing. So the group got there and they had to climb 11,000 feet mountain to be able to get an actual visual of the camp. And so the person wanted to send scouts to visually confirm that this was a Taliban camp. And the higher ups are like, you have authority to bomb it. You don't have to do that. And he was like, I want to. And so he kind of, I don't know if ignore is the right word, but he did. He sent his scouts to go look. So his scouts crest the mountain, look down, and they're like, we see a bearded man. There's his partner. They're pacing out in front of these tents. Like, this is it. This is the Taliban camp. And so he's like, okay, this is the Taliban camp. And right as he's about to order the strike, the airstrike, one of the other scouts, not the main like leader one, but a different one, went, wait. He doesn't have a gun. Like, he's not holding a weapon. I'm going to cry again. And he's like, we're really close. Like, we could just tackle them. Like, there's no weapons. I don't know what this is, but it doesn't seem quite right. Like, that 20% was different. The men looked right. The staging looked right. The setup looked right, but there was no weapon. And he noticed that. So he tackles the guy, and this mad old woman comes out of her tent, let go of my men, let go of my men. And it was a Bedouin tribe that had for centuries been bringing their herds to this place to graze in these fields every whatever season it was. And they were not Taliban at all. And there were women and children. And because that one guy was able to put the story aside, and instead of just looking for confirmation, he was open to looking for contradiction. That contradiction saved thousands of lives. And I was like, wow, like, how often do we just go, yeah, it's close enough, and we kind of jump, right? We're like, yeah, it's close enough to that, so I'm going to feel this way, instead of looking for the place that it contradicts. It is close, it feels similar, but this is how it's also different. And that was really impactful for me to read, and to hear that story. And then I was like crying at the park like a weirdo, but but it was a really, really impactful story. And I was just like, yeah. Like, looking for that contradiction, not just for the confirmation. And that's my own wording. She didn't use that wording, but right. But whew, like, it can literally mean life and death, but it can also mean relationship. Like, you've been in situations where you're like, I'm so pissed at him, and this is exactly the same as this other time. But is it exactly? Or is it 80%? Like, what's the 20%, and does it matter? Because sometimes it won't matter, right? My really, really, really good friend, her husband's betrayed her multiple times. And it's like, yeah, this isn't the exact same betrayal, but guess what? It's close enough. Like, it's right. Still a massive betrayal, and you are out. That might be true. That might be true. But also, there's times when it's not, when it's like, yeah, I let you down. I said I was going to do something and I didn't do it. But that's because I got in a car accident. Like, right. Not the same. You feel hurt. You feel disappointed because you can't rely on me. That part feels the same. That 80%, that feeling is the same. But the 20% matters in this instance. And so it was just such a fascinating thought experience to go and like look at the places where my brain, especially with ADHD, where you're so fast trying to make a conclusion, move on, go to the next thing, go. Like, it's a rapid fire and you don't notice it. And to be able to create a pause, to be able to go, okay, hold on. What is different? Like, these pieces seem really, really similar. Are they the same? Are they just a hair different? And does that difference matter?